Hello, welcome to the Artist Chat Room. My name is Natasha Castell, and the Artist Chat Room is a place where I share about my art journey, and we have a chat. Sometimes we do art, sometimes I share my sketchbooks and other things I'm doing. Today I'm going to talk about where do you find your inspiration. So in looking for inspiration to do this sketchbook tour, I really realized that in the last week or so I have, for my own pleasure, been doing some animals, been doing birds. And I thought I'd go back to my bird little fetish. And I thought, no, I've done a bird video before. Where could I find my inspiration? And so I went to the bookshelf that I have that's got a lot of kids' books. So I had 4 children, and a lot of the books were from when they were little. I still have them, but I put them away, and now that I've got grandchildren, I've pulled them out and they're on the bookshelf. So when they come, they're ready to be pulled out and put on them, read to them. But I found this one, which I bought many years ago for the kids, and I'm sure if you've had kids, you would have come across this series. It's by Paul White, and it's The Jungle Doctor. And my older kids, like my oldest daughter is, I think, 35 this year. Yeah, she could be 35 this year. And so they really enjoyed the Jungle Doctor books. And I thought I would concentrate on a hippo this week. What I like about this, they've got really good drawings, fun drawings, but it's in black and white. It's just the outline. So that means I have to have my own inspiration and to make it color and to see how I'm going to go about. Now, I haven't had a practice run. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So cross my fingers and my legs and my toes. Hopefully I don't make an embarrassment of myself in front of you guys, but let's turn this around and let's see what we can do with this little bit of inspiration I have. So the sketchbook I'm working on is this Reeves sketchbook. It is 110 GSM. There is 60 pages. This way, page 1, page 2. Not that they're page 1, they're page 2. It's very thin. Now, I just mentioned I was doing birds, so here are some birds I did the other day. I had fun. After doing my video, I used some of my Inktense to do these, and I thought, what can I do that's a bit different today? I don't usually do African animals. I have done, I believe, giraffe in one of my books and maybe an orangutan somewhere that I've enjoyed. I do like doing Australian animals, but the reason I chose this was because of the, where's number 2? The way it's drawn. It's just an outline and tonal stuff. So very, I don't know when was this first published. I'll have to have a look. And this is, it was given to my daughter from her aunt and uncle in 98. Wow, she must have been 8 years old. I don't know if it tells us when it was first published. Sometimes at the front it has, oh yeah, here we go. 66, the year I was born. Now you can all work out how old I am too. Okay, so what have I got? I've got these Albert Durio, Faber Castell, Aqua. They're like Inktense. I've got my Neo Colors 2s. I've got some watercolors, some soft pastel, pan pastels. Not sure if I'll use it. I even have some gouache over here that I've got in a tin. So let's just start. I might start with the drawing with these. I may or may not do 2. I'll see how I go. So I am not really looking at accuracy. I am looking at having enjoyment. And I can see there's like this circle there and then a circle here. So I might just start with just a rough circle with like is it in the middle? It's more over here. Okay, so that's given me something to work with, and I'm starting over here with the nose. There's a nostril. So where does one find inspiration? This is a question that, especially if you want to work in a sketchbook or you want to increase your drawing ability or your creativity, but you look around and very few things inspire you. Now, a lot of people will tell you that, oh, just draw what's around you, draw what's here, draw what's there. There's so much inspiration everywhere. And I agree that there is a lot of inspiration everywhere, but I've also found that within myself, I have struggled with what do I draw. I have so many times, even now, will look around me and go, oh, nothing inspires me. I am not inspired by my environment, and that kind of is a little bit, oh, I've brought that eye too close and too high, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit here so that it's a little bit lower. And I hope that you can see that you can just pick up like a kid's book. I think once before I was telling you I picked up like flyers for an old people's village. Old people's, I shouldn't say that, for retired people, because if you've worked out how old I am now, you'll know that I am not super young. I'm not old, that's for sure, but I'm not super young. I will be 60 this year. Very exciting. Last year I actually had a bit of a party to celebrate my 60th because one of my daughters who lives overseas was in Australia, and two other daughters live interstate, and I thought this is my chance to celebrate with my girls. But this year I'm going to be with family again, maybe not all my children, but other family, because the day before my 60th, my nephew is getting married. So that got me quite excited, because it means I'll have lots of family around to share that. Back to art, because no one's really interested in me and my birthday. Okay, you can see that is not a great copy. That is actually, I can see lots of things that aren't great about this. So what am I going to look for? Well, I'm going to look for the tonal values. So where is it dark? And I'm going to start doing what they've got and doing, getting this, oh, I didn't get that back leg in, or this one here, and they're quite dark because they're at the back. I want them to be darker than these ones at the front. What I hope you can see is that it doesn't matter. It's just about having fun. When you're playing in your sketchbook, no one else is going to see this. No one really cares how good or bad it is. And what's interesting is that no matter how good or bad it is, because you don't care, it is just going to turn out better. Now, yesterday I had a teen class at the Gold Coast Art School, and one of the teenagers was doing something, and he wasn't happy with the progress of it. He was actually hating it. He started off with a bit of watercolor, then he tried acrylics, he tried this, and he did that, and he's like, this is not working for me. I don't like it. I hate what's happening. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix it. What am I going to do? You know, oh me, oh my kind of thing. And I said, yeah, I can see that you're not enjoying it. Personally, I didn't see what the problem was, but you know, it's not about me. It's about how he feels about his work. And I looked at the time, and he had like 10 minutes left. And I said, you know what? You got 10 minutes left. Who cares how it turns out now? Why don't you just get these markers? Now, I've got those markers here somewhere. Let me go get them. These markers, and they're by Stedler, and they're fantastic. And I said, why don't you just get in there and just go for it. Who cares how it turns out? Now, speaking of who cares how this turns out, these markers are not soaking into this paper very well. Like yesterday, the other day when I did it on watercolor paper, they were great. This is just not working very well. I can see that because it's sitting on top. I have sealed this paper with some leftover paint, and I don't like the way that is sitting here. Doesn't matter, I'm just going to still keep going, and I'll get to a point where I'll go, nah, this is no good. I might have to dry it with the hairdryer, hit it with the hairdryer, and then try a different medium on top. This one didn't work. I think a mark of a really good artist is trying things out, being brave, seeing how different things work, saying the question, what if I do this? Which is what I said to young Jay. I said, what if you just went crazy in the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever was left, and just did whatever? He thought that was a good idea, which I was really surprised about. Often kids don't like what I say like that, and they don't listen to me. And he did do what I suggested, and to him, he realized that he had the most fun during that part of the class than he did the whole part earlier. So now I'm looking at some Neo 2s. They're also water solubles. I'm not sure how they're going to go. That's the light grey. I was thinking there might, oh yes, there is a lighter grey too. That's good. Not sure if that's a grey though. There's black. There's the black. I don't know if I want to use black. And he really enjoyed more that part of the morning, the afternoon, than he did the earlier part of the lesson that he was struggling, which obviously that is how it goes, isn't it? We always enjoy what's more fun, what works, than what doesn't work. I'm going to go over these lines again, I think. And he went away thinking how much fun that was, just not caring and just going for it. Where earlier he was really caring how things went and not going for it, and it not turning out the way he would have liked. So here I am, not caring and just going for it. Also had lots of interesting things to say. He was talking about how in some martial arts that he does, there's a movement called the drunk man. And in order to be able to do that movement, you actually have to be a very good martial artist of whatever genre of martial arts that is. I'm not sure which one. And he said it looks like a drunk man just flopping about, but you can't do that easily. So also some people really want to get good at, it's going to come to art in a minute, loosely, being able to draw loosely, because they're so, they feel that their drawings aren't loose enough, they're not natural. And one thing I say to people who wish to get better at that is it really takes practice. Like even Picasso, when he was a great draftsman, which means great at drawing. He could draw incredibly accurate and really beautiful drawings, and it was after that he became famous by the other things he did, like the Weeping Woman and other such works. Okay, so now I've brought him back in again. How am I going to, I'm really feeling like I'm struggling with this guy today. I'm like, why did I choose him? Why did I choose this book? But that's me caring now, and I shouldn't care. And I'm caring because you guys are watching me, and I'm wondering, is this going to even work? So it's good for you to hear this, because then you'll know that most of us are like the rest of us. Have you ever heard that saying, that most of us are really like the rest of us? Most of us struggle with things. Most of us care about things, just similar things. Is my work good enough? Can I do this? Sometimes this is too hard. I suck at this. So yeah, so here I am struggling and asking myself, was this wise? Well, I'm trying to inspire you guys. So let's stop asking these questions and go, how much fun can I have with this? Because I will tell you, I had lots of fun here. And I'm not sure why that worked and this didn't today. Or this hasn't as yet. This hasn't as yet. I haven't gotten there yet. But we will. We will get there. Slowly, slowly. Where do you get your inspiration? Some people get their inspiration by their natural environment. And what can that inspiration lead to? So, for example, I'm doing these birds, these kangaroos, koalas, now hippos, different animals in my book. And I have never painted an animal on canvas, and yet I do like to paint on canvas a lot. I do a lot of, I'll do people, like portraits, or just people at the beach, or different things like that. I do nature, flowers, landscapes, seascapes, things like that, but not animals. And I'm wondering, will this lead to anything down the track? Does it matter if it leads to anything? I don't think so. I think what really matters is that I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this process. I'm learning to see better and draw better. And as I get better at these things, guess what? My people drawing will get better. My nature studies will get better. My learning to enjoy the process of making art above the results is growing. So I think that is really important, to learn to enjoy the process more than the finished product. And that was with the young man Jay yesterday. He was in grade 9, and what he said was it was the most fun he had that afternoon at the art school was doing something that didn't matter how the results were. I actually really like this blue that's coming through now, where before it was like annoying me, that blue. I feel like I need some more white there. Not sure. I don't know if the and that's just too dark for me. I don't know if they need this, but I feel like I need to work more on it, and so I'm going to spray it a little bit with this workable adhesive, because I want to continue and I want it to adhere. I just saw that this has already taken me a while, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get that second one done. I really want to get the light happening in this. I feel like the light isn't there yet in the lighter areas. I've got the dark nice and dark, but I feel like I want these lighter areas to happen. And coming down here, but not too much. I like it to go tone down. And that, you know, when I hear kids say they've had so much fun getting loose, getting free, that really makes me glad as an art teacher that I was able to do that for them, help them reach something that's a little bit freer and enjoyment. Art really should be about enjoyment. Going back to what inspires me to paint, my landscape drawing inspires my landscape painting. My people drawing helps me do more people. I've been doing a lot of life drawing in the hope of getting better at drawing people and wanting to be able to just be out and about and see someone or something, or be with my family, be able to replicate, if not accurately, even loosely. I've done Banksias. I think there's a video somewhere on here where I've done Banksias just for fun in my sketchbook, which then led me to do a body of work on Banksias that I'm very excited about and is in an exhibition at the moment. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought I'd like all this white on it, but I am liking the white. Where's that light grey? A little bit of light grey coming in here too. Want that. And a little bit here. I feel like that's a little bit too dark. Okay, I didn't think I was going to do another one, but I'm tempted now to do, what is it, number 2? Where's number 2? What's number 3? Oh, there he is. A little bit of that donkey in the way. Donkey? I don't know what that animal that is. Okay, I am going to go red this time. I want it to be a little bit different. And I'm thinking so this is like connected a little bit loosely to hippo colors, but this time I'm going to, this is just so you guys can see, this time I want to not be necessarily connected to hippo colors quite so much. So I'm going red. I'm wondering if I should go like purple. Oh, purple is almost like a grey. I feel like purple would be safe. What if I go warm colors? Just so that I'm not too safe. Because it's good to do things that will stretch us rather than going, oh, if I go purple, that's like a grey and that's going to work. Then everyone's going to think I'm so clever. Who cares if people think you're clever or not, hey? It just matters that you're enjoying your process. Not whether you do it perfect, not whether you're clever or not clever, not even whether you're a highly talented person. This is awful. I am really actually finding this so fun because it's so, this bit here, it's hilarious. Oh yeah, I need to have this foot out here. Hippos, hungry, hungry hippos. That's this line here. Sometimes it's good to see where these lines are going. Doesn't even look like a hippo, hey? Oh my gosh, it so doesn't look like a hippo. Way not look like a hippo. So much happening here and here. Okay, I'm going to go my watercolor. So this is the crimson one, and I feel like the crimson, this is going to react in the same way as the Albert Durer. I can see it's just going to behave in the same way. It's not going in. So these are not great. So a pastel would have been better, but it's not what I did. So tough to me. Okay, I'm going to just dry it. So I've decided I'm going to get my Prisma pencils out. And, oh, it might be a girl bun. Yes, I see this. Let's go. Let's make her very pretty. Let's get girly over here. if we can. It's a nice dark one. Here we go, some prismas. Now, while I tried to blow dry it, I got paint all over this. I am still looking at this. The reason, if you're wondering why am I looking at this, it's because I'm still looking at the tonal areas that are here. And that will help me decide what to do where. What's really great about having this watercolor underneath is that it has helped with not having that white underneath, that kind of see, I'm not filling it in everywhere, where when I do it here, it leaves some of that white area. Okay, I'm really liking that this one's going to be a pink one. I am thinking of giving her eyelashes. Here we go. She is looking prettier by the second, isn't she? I feel like she needs some really luscious lips now. Yeah. Here we go. We've given her some luscious lips. A few little freckles, my dear. Look at you, you pretty girl. You'll probably think I'm crazy. If I can get the dark areas quite dark. You can see I should have had a bit of light in there too, which I might still come back with those soft, what are they called? Neo 2s. The white Neo 2 could be helpful there. Now this was a boo-boo, so I'm not sure what to do about that little bit. Okay, let's get some other pretty colours in here. I want to have a very pretty one. Yeah, look at that. Hippo, Harriet the hippo, Harriet the hippo. I don't know if there's books about Harriet the hippo. I'm just trying to give her a name because it's nice to have a name. I wonder if this is her beau over here, or she's just got her eye on him, or is she cranky with him because he's been flirting with the other girls and she doesn't like that. Maybe he hasn't even noticed her. Sweetheart, he might just not be that into you. Go find yourself another hippo if he's going to be like that. I don't know what you think of this. I'm really curious. Let me know. I'm looking for my white. I have to tell you that I am having such a good time here. And this is what it's all about, having the fun. You want to have fun. You want to have fun making art. You don't want to do it just because that's the, you know, you're an artist and you should be doing it. You want to do it because it's fun. And this has been fun, guys, really fun. What do I think of the result? Not sure. I haven't really got to it yet to see what I think. So I'm doing some areas white that he doesn't have white, because I want to actually, to make a little bit pinker. Oh yeah, look at them. They've got eyes for one another, don't they? Hoo-hoo. I'm not going to water this out. So, inspiration. Where do you find your inspiration? Get your inspiration from all sorts of places, including your children's art books, magazines, your garden. Can't think of anything else right now. Other artists. Yeah, see, it won't go on now. I need to spray if I want to continue on here. But I am having so much fun with this little duo, only because I've turned them into a couple. She needs a little tail. Do hippos have tails? I kind of feel like they have a little tail. I'm going to give them each a little tail. There we go, their little tail. I hope you enjoyed that. I did in the end. I wasn't at first, but I did in the end. Find your inspiration somewhere, guys. It can be all sorts of weird things. It could be a leaf that you keep drawing over and over. I keep saying the same things because I think the main purpose of my channel is to help you guys find an excuse, a reason and an inspiration to draw, because I know how hard it has been for me. For a long time I wanted to get better at art, and I think I might have a whole chat about how to get better at art, because saying I want to get better at art is like saying I want to be a fit and healthy person, and then going, oh, but I have to think about my diet, I have to think about walking, I have to think about changing my lifestyle, going to bed earlier, maybe not drinking, not having sugar, dropping sugar. There's like so many components to getting healthy. It's not just one thing. And it's the same with your art. Getting better at art is like this big thing about getting better. And I feel like for me, what has grown me as an artist is working on a daily art practice on things that don't matter. And then when you go to on things that do matter, it will just come easier because you've been doing this sort of silliness and having just a ball doing this sort of silliness, and your hands been working, you've got movement, and you're doing things, and then you're more likely to find inspiration around you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have come to the end of this session, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of my two little lovebirds here. And do subscribe. Also, if you've come to the end of this and you've watched more than one of my videos, please give them a thumbs up and subscribe. That will help me get out to other artists, other people who might want to grow as artists and get inspired. So for the next fortnight, I hope you stay healthy and wealthy. Maybe not too wealthy, maybe very wealthy. I don't know why I said that. I hope you stay creative. Bye for now.